So right now I am driving over to my absolute favorite hiking spot in Washington. Luckily, it's only about 3 miles away from where I live, but I just don't go here enough. I should definitely be coming here a lot more often. It's literally in my backyard. And the reason I'm going there, a couple of reasons actually. One, the weather is absolutely amazing right now. It's clear skies, not a cloud anywhere I can see. And then the second reason, and I think the more important reason, is that I want to start to upload some really cool videos of projects I'm working on. I have some very interesting things coming up. And before I do that, I kind of wanted to do a quick introduction video about who I am and what I do and what I've done in the past. Hey, my name is Carlos, and welcome to the very first video of this channel. Yeah, this by far is one of my favorite hiking places here in Washington. Sometimes when you hear the noises of the birds, it almost sounds like monkeys in the background. So I feel like I'm in some tropical forest somewhere, like a tropical jungle somewhere. And it just adds to that element. You come here on a very hot day and it's like 20 degrees cooler because of all the coverage from the trees. And it's just so nice, very tropical. You know, I originally grew up in California and moved to Oregon in 2007. And I definitely wouldn't want to live back in California, although going there as a tourist to vacation is awesome. We love Disneyland and all the theme parks up there and the beaches and all that fun stuff. But this area feels like vacation all the time. I'm definitely not the kind of person that can sit somewhere and be there their entire life and be okay with it. I definitely need to have a little bit of change, a little bit of adventure. And so it seems like I've moved quite a few places, but also it feels like a million things. You know, one day I'll go into detail about every little thing that I've done. It's quite the list, literally. But for now, I'll give you kind of some of the highlights of the things that you might find interesting and unique. In my last year of high school, I started working for a TV station covering breaking news stories, all the terrible things that happen. And I was like the first person on scene to cover all this breaking news. After high school, I did that for a little bit longer. I went to college. And after doing some general educations, which I didn't actually feel that was really helpful, and I was just getting really burnt out, I started to take some acting classes. And I did a 2-year conservatory that was for acting and musical theater. And that was pretty cool. Now, that gave me a foundation for something I then got myself into, which was the Halloween business. And when I mean Halloween business, I actually mean the Halloween business. I've put together haunted attractions for many years now, and these are like large scale, haunted houses, corn mazes, hay rides, all the fun stuff out there. And that is one of my biggest passions. Probably my favorite thing that I ever do or ever done is be in the Halloween industry. And that's one of the pushes that I have coming up as more projects progress this year, is something I want to take you guys along and show you some of this fun stuff that I do and I'm a part of. One of the craziest and most odd jobs I ever did. It wasn't actually even a job. It was my own little business. My mom and I were clowns for birthday parties. We were Lolly and Pop. I was Pop. And we would go to kids' birthday parties and dress up as clowns. I mean, kind of cheesy, scary looking clowns, but the kids apparently loved it. Another thing that I absolutely love is food, and not just to eat the food, but to actually take apart the recipes and figure out how restaurants make particular things. I have actually gotten behind a restaurant after they closed and went to the dumpster to see exactly what ingredients they use so I can copy it and make it at home and try to make it better, or at least the same. So I love doing that. And with that, I've actually been in the food industry for many years, almost my entire life, putting together fairs and festivals and concession stands and selling almost anything you can imagine. And I have a couple of brands that are pretty cool, pretty well known to this area and in California as well. And that's something else I want to kind of take you guys along to show you exactly how we do things and how we set things up and how all that chaos comes to be. It's pretty fun. And then speaking of food, my next project that I'm currently working on right now is I am converting an old school bus into a shave ice food truck. And so it's something that has been purchased a couple of years ago. It's been sitting in storage for a while, and I think now is the time. And right before I started to work on this, or to think about working on this, I was like, you know what, before I start this new project, I should probably pull out this phone and start to document this. And that was just gonna be for my own pleasure. But then I was, people always ask me questions, what do you do? And that sounds so fun. And we wish that we could do things like that instead of go to our 8 to 5 job. So I was like, you know what? Now is the perfect time, since this new project is about to start. Now is the perfect time to basically just, get the camera out and start documenting this. And worst case, it'll be for my own viewing pleasure in the future. And the best case is that maybe I'll help somebody out there with some of these videos of some of the projects that I'm working on. But I think what's going to happen is I might receive some feedback and I might learn some things about what I'm doing wrong, which is awesome too. So it's win-win all the way around. And just like with life, you're going to have your obstacles, your challenges. Sometimes you're going to be walking along and you're going to have to carve your own path, just like in this case, where you think the road's blocked by some trees that fell down. But all you have to do to get around this is obviously carve your own path. It's crazy. This winter was very devastating to this forest. All these trees that came down, a lot of wind and rain that we had. Well, the plan is to upload as much as I can. Hopefully every day. I'm going to have enough projects to keep me busy every day. Hopefully have enough time to pull this camera out and document everything. Even the small things I think are important, because somebody might be able to learn something from even that. I think one of the biggest challenges that a lot of people face, and I face this a lot as well, is that we have all these ideas, we have all these things that we want to try. We go on YouTube and we find that somebody's doing something and they're being very successful at it, but we want to do it too. And we'll start, we'll buy some of the equipment that we need for it, or we'll dabble with some research, and then we realize, it's a lot of work, I don't really want to do that anymore. And that's going to happen a lot. So you have to choose something, kind of stick with it, and just try it, because you're gonna have all these voices telling you, either in your head or of your family members, that they're gonna tell you, you shouldn't do this, it's too risky, you're not the kind of person that likes to do this, it's going to be really boring, it's going to be a lot of work, you're not going to make any money. All these things are going to be something that you hear all the time, especially from your own voices, not just your family. And so what you have to do is just continue. Just continue with that path of where you wanted to be and the reasons why you wanted to do these things. If it's to be financially free, it's to try something else, to get away from your 8 to 5 job, whatever it might be, just keep going. Do something every day for it. And that's my goal with these videos, is to not only share what I'm doing, but also keep me accountable for doing those things as well. I think it's a great strategy, especially if you feel like you get overwhelmed with life. Because I know besides the things I do here, we still have to live our normal life and take care of our kids and family. Now you might be asking, why The Keeper? Why is your name on YouTube The Keeper? Well, I'll have to do a whole video about this because it's really funny. I'll throw in some video clips about why I named the channel the way I did. But for now, let's just say it has something to do with my previous Halloween business from years ago. Well, the funny thing is that my email address also has the word The Keeper in it. And when I give it out to people, I either get two types of expressions. One is they don't care, and the other ones are they laugh and they think it means that I'm like one of a kind and I'm the keeper, and once you find me, I'm the one. But no, it has absolutely nothing to do with that at all. It's to do with my Halloween past, and I'll get into it at some other point. Now I'm hoping I'm not lost. I've been out here probably 100 times, but every single time I come here, I always seem to go the wrong way, and I end up on the opposite side of where the car is parked. But it's still early, so let's keep on trekking. Well, for working in the Halloween industry and the food industry, and going to theater conservatories and doing some acting work and all the other stuff, you would think at some point I'd have a YouTube channel to kind of showcase my life, but no, it's just been too busy, and it's one of those things that it felt like another business of having to run something else that I just don't have the time for. But I think now is the time. I just want to do it for fun, to document my life and share things with the kids and the things that they don't have a chance to see sometimes because I'm out there working and they're at school. So that's the start to this whole fun adventure, and I hope that you will take the time to like and subscribe, and to be able to keep tabs of these crazy and wild rides that I will be putting myself through again. Speaking of which, there are pokey raspberries everywhere, and I'm currently stuck in some. This is crazy. It's so overgrown from how it was last year. It's the last time I was here, you would literally walk over here and there was an electric fence, and right behind the fence were horses from this farm, beautiful farm. And now I walk over here and it's a cement wall with a chain link fence because they built these multi-million-dollar houses right next to this forest. Look at this. That's ridiculous. That's definitely taken away from the nature of this little forest. Wow, it goes all the way back there. Yeah, that definitely was not like this before. It was literally like a field like this, but on both sides. And now we have this wall. I'm surprised there isn't graffiti all over it by now. Anyway, I'm not going to walk that way because it feels like we're back in the city. I'm going to keep going this way so I can go back into this forest. But yeah, changes, right? Changes everywhere. We got to keep some things the same though, so we can pass along the beauty of nature to our kids. That's for sure. Especially how close this is to where I live. Okay, let's do some fun facts. My absolutely favorite restaurant probably has to be, it's something casual. It has to be Portillo's. It's the Chicago place that I only thought that they had locations in Chicago and that one location in Buena Park in California. But I guess now they're everywhere. There's some in Texas and other states as well. But I absolutely love a good Chicago hot dog. That's my go-to, comfort food right there. Their Italian beef sandwich is amazing too, although I make some at home that are probably as good, if not better. It's my opinion. Other than that, favorite place to go, that's a hard one. Probably Hawaii. Between Hawaii and Disneyland, that's probably the two favorite places I absolutely enjoy going to. All right, well, I want to keep this video nice and short. Today was just a video to introduce myself and say hi. If you would please hit the subscribe button and the notification icon just to keep yourself in the know of when I upload my next video, I would absolutely appreciate that. In the meantime, I hope to see you again very soon. You have a good rest of your day. I see horse manure. It's everywhere. You can tell there's been horses here.